Hello, everybody. Welcome to Miss Parker. Miss Parker, please don't forget to hit that like button for me and my co-host Shank Rock as we're bringing this 2024 in and keeping the channel in the algorithm. So please make sure you hit that like button. Also, if you have a channel or Facebook or something, please share the live. Happy 2024 to each and every one of you. I'm so glad we all made it into the new year. I have no resolutions, but I do have goals I'm working on. So I hope everybody had a great 2024. My co host will be joining me on the panel. He's having some technical issues, but he will be joining soon. Let me shout out everybody out. And some links to some great channels. These are great content creators. So please make sure you go over there and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and also keep them in the algorithm as well. Hey, Jamie, my love, I hope you had a blessed 2024. Hey, Isha Boo, I hope you had a blessed 2024. Thank you for coming through. Hey, Spoken Facts, Happy New Year's. Hey, Positive Vibes sis, Happy New Year. Before my co-host hit the panel, hey Jesse sis, Happy New Year's. Y'all make sure y'all go follow my sis Jessie Mills as well. Jesse, I'll drop your link in just a second. When Shank hits the panel. Tell me, how was y'all 2024? What did y'all plan for your New Year's? Did it go right? And also, do y'all have any goals or anything set up for your 2024? I plan to travel a lot this year. I've been traveling, but not traveling the way I really want to. So that's something I'm working on. I've been working crazy, crazy hours. Saturday and Sunday, I worked 32 hours straight, and I had to work this morning, so I'm super exhausted. But I'm about to catch a flight tomorrow, so Shank was gonna co-host for me so I can give me some major rest because I've been going like crazy. Salute D Chef. Thank you for coming through. Thank you. Happy New Year's to you too. So Trollific, Happy New Year's, love. Thank you for coming through. Salute Sagittarius. Happy New Year's to you, bruh. Hey, Mel, Happy New Year. So did anybody do anything exciting besides work for New Year's? What was your New Year's looking like? I actually went to sleep like you guys. I missed everything. It's my first New Year's ever going to sleep. As soon as I got out from a 16-hour shift, I was like, shoes off. I'm done. But I made it, so I can't be doing nothing but be grateful for that. I went and checked the purge out. Auntie had a purge. I shared it on my community wall. It was very interesting, but just more drama, and I'm over drama. I said this year I was gonna live life in a positive way, find some positive things to do, get back into my reading and things like that, and just work really, work and travel. Hey Monica, salute, Happy New Year's to you. I'm still waiting on Shanka. Let me see if I know how to drop the link. You guys, I don't know how to do anything anymore on this channel since I haven't been going live. So just bear with me for just a second, or either Shank might have to push this one back. But hey yummy yums, Happy New Year's, love. Thank you for coming through. But the um the conversation he's about to have is really deep and it's interesting. My my boyfriend and the side chick is his side chick is winning. That's interesting. Do y'all think maybe the side chick wins um because they're down for whatever, they're willing to do whatever? Beautiful night, my sister. Happy New Year. Hateful life, Happy New Year. Why do y'all think this title stands out? Because I feel like in relationships and you know growing up, I was a side chick, and I know yum yum it is. I was a side chick, and I didn't care what the other person had going on in their house, and I wasn't a nagger, because I got to see that person when I got to see that person. So other than that, if I got to see that person on my time, then what was it to argue about? If I got what I needed from that person, there wasn't nothing for me to argue about. But then I've been the other woman. where my friend has had a side piece and I'm nagging. I'm not getting time, and it's just seemed like my relationship was going downhill. And it's like, is nagging in the relationship, is that bad? Because at the same time, isn't that screaming out that it's something going wrong? I'm not happy. I need more. Hey Shan, hey boo, happy New Year's. Is that just saying, hey, I need more from this person? I need more from you. Things ain't going right in our relationship. And so I see both sides of it. Not saying being the side chick is cool at the end of the day, but I did reap the benefit of, it was on my time. It wasn't on somebody else's time, but definitely my time. Mr. Clean coming up with some interesting demonstration. Show is positive. Let's blame these on Beautiful Nightmare while she hung about show is positive. This came from Beautiful sending Shank Rock some a demonstration to do, and then we on to this. So let's give it up a round of applause to Beautiful Nightmare. But he is coming up with some good lives. But these are interesting, you know what I'm saying? And if women honestly be honest, if we take accountability and be honest and say, hey, I know I was a side chick, or I remember when my dude had a side chick, and then you'll get a better understanding. Happy New Year's, Tracy. I had to go on mute for a second. Sorry, guys. Salute. Happy New Year's to you, Tracy. Hey, Smoke to the Bone. You guys make sure y'all go follow Smoke to the Bone. He's doing great content over there. Salute, Smoke to the Bone. Hope you had a great New Year's. I seen some of that food and I was a little upset that I didn't get to taste it. Beautiful said, no, this had nothing to do with me. This is stemming off of things that you see him, Beautiful. So you are very much guilty. But I'll let you get the pass because it is New Year's. She said, I remember when I smacked both their ass too. Hold on, let me bring him up. Hey, Beck, Happy New Year's.
Salute, Miss Parker.
Salute, Shank, salute. They said you coming up with some interesting conversations. I'm interested to hear what you had to say.
Well, I appreciate that. Happy New Year's to you, Miss Parker. And Happy New Year's to everybody that's in the chat. I can't see the chat, so I won't be able to salute individually right now. But as soon as I could get this computer up and running, then I could see the chat. I don't know why I'm having difficulties with it. But this is an interesting subject, is an interesting demonstration. I pretty much, in my opinion, I know the answer. I believe I know the answer, but I want everybody else to give their opinion and their perspective on it. But my personal opinion on why the side chick and the side dude is winning and how they've been winning for so long is because it don't require no hard work. It don't cost you nothing really to be a side chick or a side dude. You feel me, Miss Parker?
I do. I could honestly, like I said before, I have been there and done that. So I definitely um know what it's like to be the side piece. Let me do a couple of more shout outs real quick. Hey Royalty, happy New Year's, love. 80s baby, happy New Year's. Peaches, hey love, happy New Year's. Smoke to the Bone said, why would you want to be a side piece? And before we get to that, Shank, let me make one more announcement and I'm gonna let you take over. Um my sister Transparent Talk is doing a celebrity lookalike contest on January the 14th. So if you feel like you looking like a celeb out there, you know what I'm saying, please pull up. It is a pot. It is a nice size pot to win. I got a flyer on my community wall, so check it out. And don't forget, it is January 14th. I'll bring more details later on this week when I go live. But Shank, you go ahead and do your thing. I'll be in the chat.
Hold tight for 1 second, Miss Parker. I finally got the computer up and running. Give me that number, Miss Parker.
Okay. Hey, Angels. Salute. Happy New Year's. Hey, prettiest eyes. Happy New Year's, my Porchy twin. Salute, Rose. Happy New Year.
Did the number come yet, Miss Parker?
Yeah, here it is.
And while I wait on Miss Parker to shoot me that number, salute to everybody that's down there in the chat. I can't see the chat right now, but once I get my computer up and running, I will be able to see it. What's the number, Miss Parker?
I put it in the back chat. Salute, Miss Denise. Happy New Year's. I hope everybody had a great New Year's. Also, make sure y'all go follow my girl, Pretty Eyes T. I'll put a link in the chat. Make sure y'all go follow my boy, Roasted Toast. And I put Pressurelicious in the chat as well. So y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to these channels. Good people. And please don't forget to hit that like button as we dive in with Shank Rock and on how the side chick and the side dude is winning. And give us y'all thoughts on this. He said chat is beautiful, no doubt. Let me add Shank.
All right, there we go. Let me get my light straight. And let's do it, y'all. Let's get into this. Once again, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. I'm glad to see everybody made it into the new year. Salute everybody down there in the chat.
Shank Rock, 1 second. Can everybody throw some prayer hands up for Miss Denise? Miss Denise said the cancer has spread it all over her body. So prayers to you. Yes, stay strong. And Miss Denise, you hit me up anytime you need to talk. I'm here for you. If you need any resources, please, please, please hit me up. Prayers to you and your family. I'm so sorry to hear that. But please make sure you definitely hit me up whenever you're ready to talk, and I can help you as much as possible. I know some great resources, and we're here for you. Smoke to the Bone wants to hit the panel with you, Shank Rock. I'm going to drop down. Salute everybody, and prayers to you, Miss Denise.
All right. Appreciate you, Miss Parker. Once again, I believe we got...
No, you stay up.
We got
Miss Parker, you stay up, Miss Parker, now. It's getting interesting.
You wanted to come back up, Smoke? Can you hear me, Smoke? Drop a 1 if y'all can hear me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I hear you.
Okay, all right. So let's get into this demonstration as far as...
I can hear you. Okay, yeah, I hear you. Okay, yeah, I hear you real good.
Okay, all right. So let's really chop it up on the reason why my side chick and my side dude is winning in our relationship. And I wanted to make it fair. I didn't want to make it just about the fellas. I didn't just want to make it about the ladies. I wanted to make it fair. And for many, many years, you know, the side chick, the mistress, the side dude, you know, in my opinion, they have been winning. First of all, before I go any further, drop a 1. Drop a 1 if y'all feel the same that I feel. If y'all feel that the side chick or side dude has been winning, drop a 1. Because like Miss Parker said she once was a side chick. I once was a side dude. I'm sure, probably not everybody, but I'm sure most of us was either a side chick to somebody or either a side dude to somebody. Let's be honest, everybody. We grown folks. We all grown over here. This is a grown folks conversation. Positive Vibe said she feels like they're winning. But, you know, I'm being 100. I'm with Miss Parker. I was a side dude before. And when I was the side dude, Miss Denise says, I just lost my husband to a side chick. I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Denise, and I apologize.
Side dude, Mr. Parker. I'm sorry, Mr. Shank.
Yes, you good. You good.
Would you be a side dude in this day and time now?
Yes, I would. I would.
You would?
Yes, I would.
Wow.
You want to know why I would be a side dude?
Why?
Because you don't, as a side dude, you don't have to, it don't require much. It wouldn't require much from me to be a side dude compared to actually being the main dude.
Well, let me ask you this question. 5 months in, and somehow you come up with a disease and she say you gave it to her, what would be your response to her?
Well, of course, I would use protection whenever I'm dealing with a female and I know that I'm not the only one that's sleeping with her. You know, I do use protection.
So you all right? You all right sleeping with the woman knowing that she's sleeping with 3 or 4 different other people?
Yeah, I would be okay with that. I would.
Oh wow.
I would. And that's
Well, let me.
just okay. Come on, smoke. Come on, smoke. My bad.
No,
Come on,
no,
smoke.
no. Go ahead.
No. Come on, brother. Come on. You come on.
So I don't. I mean, you know what? These are good conversations, but I think that's what's wrong with our world now. Is it's being made like it's okay to be the side dude or the side woman. It shouldn't be okay. You know what I'm saying? And people going to take this show and feel like, oh wow, I'm gonna be a side piece now. You know what I'm saying? In reality, it's not. And so, is it fair? No. Uh, it's fair to people who believe it's okay. But what if a man was treating your daughter like that? But he was abusive on man. You know what I'm saying? Would you want that for your daughter to go through that?
Well,
Or would you want your son, huh?
with my daughters, you know, I let my daughters, husbands, boyfriends, whoever they dealing with, long as you don't put your hands on my daughter, I can't intervene. And this is the reason why. Because unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect society.
No, we don't live in a society. But I really feel like instead of talking about, hey, let's promote um, staying together, let's promote being two as one, not three as one. You know what I'm saying? Not now, not promoting. It's okay to be a side piece. You know what I'm saying? So that means now it's like it's encouraging for people to be cheaters nowadays. You know what I'm saying? But whatever happened to girl, that ain't what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That ain't the right thing to do. So it's like I'm not understanding people that are willing to be side pieces. You know what I'm saying? Just to get sex or just to have a little emotion. I don't understand it. And not pointing the finger at you or nobody else. I'm just saying in general. You get what I'm saying? In
I'm
general.
with you, Smoke. So let's just do this. Let's first find out to what standards, who sets the standards? Who sets the standards when it comes to these relationships? Do we want to use biblical? Do we want to use the Bible to set the standards and set the bar? Do we want to, because it has to be some kind of institution, some kind of laws, that governs the society. And we know that there's different societies. Also, we know that the Western world, the United States of America, is the last society, I believe, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that the United States of America is the last society that was created. Now, if we're going by the standards that's set in the United States of America, and the United States of America was the last society, the last group of people to be established, then is that a society, or are those standards that we should be governed under? Because in many other societies, and even in biblical times, the men had side chicks. Of course, we know them to be mistress. And in biblical time, a lot of those mistresses were blessed. Even the children, the seeds were blessed. So we have to get to the root of what laws and what society is governing us. Let me just use me for an example. I used to think the basic way that everybody else think, but when I started experiencing some things, and I started going through some things, I started to realize that it's a bigger picture at hand. Let me just speak on what I'm talking about. Like I said, when it comes to the jealousy part, I was so jealous. So jealous. You got some feedback coming in your audio, Smoke. I'm gonna mute you for a minute though. It's like pans and stuff. Okay. So in my younger days, by me not knowing how to deal and cope with the jealous rage that was in me, and I mentioned this a few times before, man, I was ready to get into it with a dude just because he spoke to my woman. And he ain't mean no harm. But my jealous rage, because I thought that, and listen to me, everybody, I'm just speaking for me. I thought that my girlfriend, I thought that my woman, I thought that she was really mine. I thought that she was my possession. But an old man said, he breaking it down to me. He said, first of all, you getting mad and you letting your jealous rage get the best of you and possible lose your life or take somebody else's life for a woman that's not even legally your wife. So I'm sitting up here. He said, you getting mad up over a female that legally don't belong to you. So I had to rewire myself all over again when it comes to the relationships. At one time, I was green in relationships. I was lame dealing with relationships because I just didn't understand it, because I was brought up a certain way. And I'm not trying to get nobody to think different. I'm just giving my perspective on why I feel the way I feel. So I'm wired a little different now. Whereas though before, certain things I just wouldn't get with. Certain things I would just be like, no, I ain't with that. But I see a bigger picture now. And the bigger picture that I see, and ladies and fellas, please don't take this the wrong way, but this is just how I see it. I see it like this. In a relationship, you can have a square relationship. A square relationship is your regular relationship between a man and a woman. You can be in a square relationship. The man and woman can both have a 9 to 5 and work. The man and woman could go to church. They could have 1, 2 children. I mean, on the outside looking in, all of us can look at this relationship between this man and woman, a square relationship to the bone. They in a square relationship. He's telling her, I love you, baby. You're the only one that I desire. She's telling him, I love you, honey. You're the only one that I want to be with. They in this square relationship, right? And everybody on the outside looking in are saying they got the perfect relationship. But at least one of them, if not both of them, in that relationship has cheated, is thinking about cheating, or is probably cheating right now. So just because you're in, and I'm gonna let you come and smoke, just because you're in a square relationship, just because you are wired to think like that, when we've done a demonstration on the polygamy demonstrations, most polygamy relationships are more successful than a square relationship. So I'm wired different. Whereas though, you would be a side dude. Now, many years ago, if you asked me this, I would be like, hell no, I would never be no side dude. But I was a side dude anyway. You get where I'm coming from? And then I'm gonna let you slide in. I was in polygamy relationships when I was younger and didn't even know it. With my day ones, Pee Wee and Tommy, we were sharing the same women. And this was many, many years ago. We was in polygamy relationships, but we didn't even know it. So it all boils down to the individual and how the individual see the situation. So back to me, as far as me being a side dude, yes, I would be a side dude. And I would be the best side dude that I could be. Same way in a square relationship. Now, if I'm in a relationship, come on, Smoke, come on.
When you say you'd be the best side dude, how would you be the best side dude?
I would play my position. I wouldn't blow up the spot. Like if I see a girl and her main dude out in the park or whatever, I wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, say nothing to her. I wouldn't blow up the spot because I know my position. Come on.
So you're telling me now, that you wouldn't have no kind of thinking about her if you see them together. You wouldn't have no thoughts of the moments y'all shared together. You wouldn't have those thoughts.
No, I would have those feelings.
So you would have those feelings, and those feelings is like, wow, for real? Who in that not again, not just what, but who in that right mind would want to be looking at somebody that you got the feelings for, knowing that you with somebody else at this moment? You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you can't have this moment with her, knowing that this man is holding her the way you holding her, kissing the way you kissing her, making love to you the way she making love to you. Who in their mind will be accepting that? You know what I'm saying? That is messing your mind up.
I mean, to be honest with you, the side dude, he gonna get it better than the main dude. The side
again, in your mind, the way you getting it, and if he getting it any kind of way, how would that make you feel?
If I'm a side dude,
it wouldn't bother me.
It wouldn't bother me.
It wouldn't bother you? Wow.
Nah, if I'm a side dude.
Wow.
You know, if I'm a side dude.
I just say wow, that's how I just don't understand the emotions and the feelings that you have for her being a side dude, but then the emotions thinking of another man is getting it or laying in the bed next with her. You might share once a week or once or 2 weeks. It's okay. Wow, that's like really But again, I think it's really pushing our world to it's okay to be that way. You know what I'm saying? When we need to be teaching our generation that you in a relationship, you in a relationship, not you in a relationship with somebody else. I
But
think that's
smoke,
real wrong.
smoke. This been going on before we were born. And
Listen, I understand that. So
and let
so
me just
just because
okay.
it's been going on before we was born, so do we make it even open? That's just like the gay and the lesbian. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it may be going on, but it wasn't really going on. Now it's like every time this is what you see, and everybody think it's okay. It's girls that's 12 years old thinking it's okay this way.
Was you born in the 70s, 80s, or 60s?
70s.
All right. I'm with you. I was born in 72.
I was
Now,
born in 71.
okay. So once again, everybody, don't take this the wrong way.
Right, right. We just
I'm,
have a discussion, and I love these discussions.
right. I'm not making mockery, and I don't mean no disrespect to our parents, our grandparents, and so forth and so forth. But many of our moms, once upon a time, was a side chick. Many of our dads was once upon a time a side dude.
But
What
not
I'm
but not all of them though.
but right, what I'm trying to say is the side dude and side chick has been around and it's going to be around way after we leave. However, maybe in today's society now, maybe people are moving reckless
Right.
because it's more acceptable today
Right.
than when back then. Now back then, we was creeping, but
So let me ask you
we
this question.
come on.
You know, I'm going to keep cutting. So let me ask you this question while I switch on my mind. So you're telling me now, do you think those ones that were side pieces back then, or do you think that they paid a price for being that, or bringing kids up in situations, or just do you think they have conscience that bothers them?
Like I said,
I hate to get. Do you think that they have consciences that bother them? Like I don't want to do that no more. That ain't,
I'm sure some of them did. I'm sure some of them felt bad. I'm sure some of them didn't. I'm just only to say that the side chick and side dude, it's not new. This has been going on.
I know, and I understand it's not new, but my thing of promoting it now to make it's okay, it's okay. No, it's not okay. Let me speak for me. I won't be the 1-on-1. I don't want to be the 102, 102. If I find out that she's cheating or whatever, yeah, we got to go our separate ways. We got to, this is not what I want to be a part of. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just speaking for me, and everybody have their own options. I respect your options, but everybody have their own options. But for me, I don't want to be in a polygamy relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm being the side dude. I don't want to be that. And again, we both have our own options, and we agree or disagree, and we still gonna have love for one another. We just in the conversation.
All right, now let's take our minds away from the side chick and the side dudes. We're gonna put them on hold for a second. Let's put them on hold
Mhm.
for a second. Let's go to a regular relationship. I won't even label it a square relationship. Let's label a regular relationship. And I want everybody to be honest. I need everybody to be honest. How many regular relationships, when I say regular relationships, I mean between a man and a woman. How many successful relationships are there? I know. Don't throw your shoes at me and don't throw them hot dogs at me. I know we can't count.
7 out of 3.
I know we can't count for everybody. But what I'm trying to get to is, do you realize the successful rate of regular relationships aren't high.
It's our younger generation nowadays.
No. Smoke. I beg to differ. It's not the young folks. It's us. Go back to our relationships. How many of our relationships were successful? How many of our relationships today? I'm talking about everybody that was born in the 80s. I'll give the 80s, baby. Everybody that was born from the 80s, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s. How many of our relationships are successful? A small percentage. A small percentage. So you mean to tell me you in this regular relationship, but you ain't happy? She's not happy in the regular relationship. He's not happy in the regular relationship. It is what it is. But now you got, come on, Smoke. Come on, Smoke.
So when you're saying that she's not happy, he's not happy, so that means that to go out and find somebody else to make you happy for that moment, for that moment, uh, compared to sitting down and communicating with your partner to find out what's wrong when we once was happy, when we once was doing more. And remember, we are in a society now where everybody think the grass is green on the other side. So they feel like, well, she happy. Well, why I can't be happy? Well, everybody had their own example of happiness. You know what I'm saying? Own portion of happiness. You know, you can't be happy like the next person because you don't know what they're going through or what they done or how they doing, how they position. It's to find out how can we build our bond to be happy together like we was. Not allowing somebody to come from the outside to make me happy, but you're still going home to this main person every day. What kind of what did that tell you about that person? If you're not happy, but you're going home to this person lying, saying that you're happy, oh, I miss you, I love you. You lying. You betraying the person. You know what I'm saying? When you're really not, and you're not because of what you see on the outside. You know what I'm saying? You think that the girl outside is more finer than your girl. That now you think, well, I ain't happy because I don't like the way she looking. She done gained a little weight, but this girl on the outside then is 36'24". But
And let me just slide it. And I don't mean to skip over nobody's comments. I don't mean to skip over nobody's comments. If y'all have a comment that y'all would like for me to read, just purchase a super chat. I want to read Monica's comment because, and I want everybody to listen. Monica says, I'm just talking about my grandpa. We found 4 other family members when he died, a whole family. And that's what I'm saying as far as it's not the young people. We have to go back to our days. We have to go back to our parent days, our grandparent days, our great parent days. They were in these kind of relationships. They were, but the majority of them kept these kind of relationships hidden because back then it was taboo to be in these relationships or come out with these relationships. The good thing that I like about the young folks is like, hey, it is what it is. We moving like this, and this is how we gonna move, accept it or not. Whereas though with us and the older generations thought it was taboo, even though us, Miss Parker said it, I said it, and I'm sure the majority of everybody in the chat was at least once a side chick or a side dude. But nowadays, it's just more open because what I'm trying to say is it's different societies out here that don't live the way we live in this country. Now, I can get into the history of this country if y'all would like to and shed some light on how corrupted this country is. I could shed some light on when it comes to God, how whatever God say do, this country promotes that you shouldn't do, vice versa. If God say don't do it, this country promotes that you should do it. My point that I'm trying to make is, if we are governing, if we are wiring our minds in these relationships based off of what's taught to us in this country, then are we really living, and are we really standing on what relationships are really meant to be? You got a lot of noise in your background, Smoke.
Okay, mute me right quick.
Okay. So I'm not trying to change nobody's minds. I'm not trying to change nobody's philosophies. I'm just only here to say that the same things that's going on today with the relationships, the side dudes, the side chicks, the polygamy, it was going on in our time. It was going on before our time. So why is it so much wrong today than back then? Like I said, I give the credit to the young folks when it comes to how they get down. They ain't no hiding in them. Now let me just, because I don't want nobody to get it twisted. Now, when it comes to doing their criminal activities on Facebook and Instagram, I think that's stupid. Don't get it twisted. Now, I don't agree with everything the young folks do. I don't. But some of the things the young folks do, I do have to give them credit. And I have to take my hat off to them and say, you know what? I feel you. I feel you. I was a side dude. Miss Parker was a side chick. Like I said, most of us in the chat, not all, but most of us in the chat got down like that. Hell, some of us in the chat still get down like that. Truth be
So I have a
told.
question. I have a question for the chat.
Come on, Smoke.
Everybody in the chat. For the ladies that want to be a side chick, hit the 1. For the men that want to be a side chick, side dude, hit number 2. I want to see how many people's gonna answer that. And be truthful.
Yeah, be truthful, y'all. Be honest. We grown over here. We grown.
Truthful.
Ain't nobody gonna look at y'all sideways. Be grown.
Be truthful. Be truthful. Be truthful. I want to know. Hey, like I was born in 71. I won't be no side. If I know I'm what's I'm out. I won't be no parts of it.
Don't nobody want to drop no 1s. Don't nobody want to drop no 2s. Yeah, all right. Don't nobody want to drop no 1s.
But so my point is,
John Q dropped the 0. All right, John Q.
Tell him 0 don't mean nothing.
Monica says 1. I have been. Beck says, once you take that time and find out who you are, you will be able to be in a relationship without any sides. Spoken Fact says, I'd rather be single. Angels, Kelko, appreciate that membership, TT. Appreciate that new membership, TT. Angel says, nope, I'm good. Lakendra says, no way. My position comes with extended benefits automatically. Ms. Parker says, Niche says, she's good. Chosen Vessel says, and that's why all these STDs are so rapid. All the sexing around the Most High is not pleased. We as a nation was told. But see, once again,
say it again.
But hold tight, y'all. Hold tight. The STDs, his chosen vessel. But we gotta keep it real, y'all.
Say it again.
But hold tight. We gotta keep it real. The STDs been around. I mean, we as older people, as an older generation, we gotta stop pushing everything off on the young folks. They are only imitating what they seen us do. They are only. Let me finish, Smoke, and I'm gonna let you come in. They say the fruit don't fall far from the tree. Now, if the young folks are the fruit, who's the tree? Us. So we got to stop blaming the young folks, especially my 70s. And I'm going to let you come and Smoke, I promise you. Especially my 70s, baby. What was our generation label? Generation X. We messed it up. We dropped the bag. Please, y'all, let's stop criticizing and let's stop putting all the blame on the young folks. We got to start taking some accountability. We have to. Come on, Smoke.
For the ones that allow it, those are the ones who take accountability. But the one that's promoting not, we don't have to, accept accountability. I think it's very important that our young generation don't have to fall in the line of what our parents was doing. We got to think our mind and say we want to do better than what our parents was. If my father was a cheater, I ain't gonna be no cheater. If my father was an alcoholic, I don't want to be an alcoholic. Oh, it's an excuse. Oh, my father was, so I can do it. So I think that we have to be very cautious of what our parents did and say we want to be better. In my mind, I will always want to be better than what my parents was. Try to be better than my parents. Not just sit and say my parents did it, well I'm gonna do it. No. Okay, we got a young lady on stage. Let the young lady talk. Hello, how
Okay.
you doing?
Salute, Mel. Slide in, Mel.
Salute, Shank, and I'm sorry, I don't know who the guy is, but
Let
salute,
me
um,
smoke. That's smoke to the
smoke,
bone.
smoke, smoke to the bone. Salute, nice to meet you, Shank. I never really come on panels when we talk about things like this, but I just find it very interesting. And I want to go back, kind of address. I guess that was Monica that said like when her grandfather passed away, they found a whole family. Well, back during the time of the Depression, actually coming out of the depression, even during the civil rights movement. Um, After the depression, of course, everybody know everything crashed. So they created all these government programs, food stamps, welfare, different things. Now, the only way for the families to get that aid was that the men basically had to leave their families. And a lot of men left their families just so that their wife could get that aid, such as the welfare and the food stamps, and take care of the children. But guess what happened? They couldn't go back. So to be honest with you, they just went out and made other families. Back then, because there was no really records of anything, they could actually go and get married again because there was really no records to go back on. And so a lot of times that's why we did wind up with so many people finding old family members, sisters, brothers, cousins that they didn't know because of those reasons. So that's the one thing that I wanted to address. The second thing is listening to you, and I'm listening to what you're saying, and I'm thinking, like, okay, so my question to you, Shank, would be who would be the side chick? So if you're in a relationship, who would be the side chick?
Who who would be the side chick in a relationship?
Yeah, so if you say for instance so if you're in a relationship right now, who would be the side chick?
Are you asking me like personal or you're just in general?
I'm in general. So say you're in a relationship with blueberry ice cream and you meet chocolate ice cream.
Right.
So who's the side chick? Now say with blueberry ice cream, you're actually like creating something, you're creating a home and you're doing all the things that people do, you're traveling, you're doing date night and then there's chocolate ice cream and you've attributed Tuesday and Thursday to chocolate ice cream and maybe date night for chocolate ice cream might be on Sunday. My question is who's the side chick?
Chocolate ice cream.
How can you say chocolate ice cream is the side chick?
Ma- gi-
See
give
now,
it
wait,
back.
hold on.
Give
Hold
it back
on.
to me again, Mel. Give it back
Okay.
to me again.
So you got blueberry ice cream and now you meet chocolate ice cream. So with blueberry ice cream, you move in. You living under the same roof. And then chocolate ice cream is the side chick. So say for instance, you say, okay, well, I'm going to go see chocolate ice cream on Tuesday, Thursday, and then I'm gonna make date night Sunday. Now, this my chick here, I live with this chick, so she got all the other days. Oh, well, I think I can squeeze chocolate ice cream in on Thanksgiving night. And I creep up over blueberry ice cream early Christmas morning, and then I'll spend the rest of the day. I'm sorry, chocolate ice cream get early Christmas morning, and I spend the rest of the day with blueberry ice cream. Who is the side chick?
Now, in my world, because you said that I live
Mm-hmm.
with, you said I live with Blueberry, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if I live with Blueberry, whoever I live
Mm-hmm.
with, this is my world, y'all. Whoever I
Mm-hmm.
live with is going to be my main woman.
But how can
Chocolate,
you say that?
because I live with her.
Right, but
Because
they're both side chicks.
I can't speak for nobody else. I'm just
Okay.
speaking for me in my
Mm-hmm.
world. I live with Blueberry, so that's whoever I live with. I can't speak for nobody else. Whoever I
Okay.
live with is my main chick. Now, whoever else I'm spending time with on the side, because that's what I'm doing. I'm spending time with Chocolate on the side. That's why she's called my side chick, because I'm spending
Right.
time with her on the side. That's my
Right.
world.
That's your world.
Okay,
I
Shank,
get it.
can I step in?
Come on,
Well, we
Monica. My bad. Come on, Monica.
well we all in my case with my grandfather, back in those days, they had what they call common law marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you live with a person for X amount of time, then you are considered married.
Absolutely.
So if in my grandfather's position, he was with my grandmother first, and believe this, they had 14 kids. And he had another family on the other side of town, which was a woman and their 4 kids. All of her kids was his kids. But like Mel said, back in those days, the man really didn't stay around because the mother needed to get the benefits. So he was in my grandmother's house. She got her benefits. He went and stayed with another woman for a while. She got her benefits. So he was jumping back and forth. So they both were side chicks to me because
Exactly, Monica.
it wasn't legal as to a marriage license with a minister and all of that. It was just the state saying if you stay with this person X amount of months, then you consider common law marriage. So he had 2 common law marriages. So to me, they both were side chicks.
Exactly. It's hard to determine in that state, and I understand Shank's world, but when you really look at it, they're both side chicks.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But we're talking about way back in the day. I have to
Yes.
remember I was born in the early 60s. So it to see a man with a family here and he go off to another family for a certain amount of time and come back, that was kind of common seeing that in the 60s. But when I got into the 70s, that common law they kind of squashed that in some states, especially the state I'm in, Ohio. They kind of squashed it. So common law, you couldn't really play on. So you got a man married and then he got another family, then that's a side chick, the second family to me.
Let me let TT slide in, Monica. Salute, TT.
Salute, TT.
Salute, TT.
Hey y'all, salute everybody. Hey Shank, salute to the chat. Okay, so I just want to kind of just answer the question from my point of view, from my perspective. And the question is, are side chicks and guys winning? And I'd have to say, unfortunately, yeah. A lot of people are not gonna like this. They're not gonna agree with this. They're not gonna like the answer. But the truth of the matter is, hell yeah, we win every time. Okay, and it's reasons that happens, and they range from small to big. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm the escape, I'm the fantasy. I'm not the complainer. I'm very compliant. It's easy with me because there are no responsibilities really. There is no commitment. There are no expectations outside of the expectations that you met me up under. A lot of times people be with people for so long and they become complacent, and so much so that I can set my watch by your wife. They get predictable, and like I say, that could be for a plethora of reasons. I mean, she could be doing her own thing. Who knows? All I'm saying is, I don't have to be annoyed by the fact that this nigga farts in his sleep. I don't have to be annoyed by that. That's real stuff.
I do that, TT. I do that, but
I'm just saying. See what I'm saying? Parker got to deal with that.
Go ahead.
You don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with all the agitating stuff that she's stuck around for years to get to learn and become immune to. You know what I'm saying? I'm there for, like I say, the fantasy of it all. So I really don't. You don't owe me nothing. I don't owe you nothing. We both are here for just to enjoy the time and the experience. We're not thinking about your emotions, meaning Parker emotions. Like, that's for you to deal with. That's for you to understand. So I agree, that they are. Unfortunately, I absolutely have been a side chick. I absolutely have. And was happy at that time to be a side chick. It was nothing but up for me.
Correct, TT, correct. I've been there. I've been a side chick, and I'm gonna tell you like this: I loved it.
Monica, I don't mean to cut you off. Smoke, I need you to slide in with TT. TT just basically broke it down what I was saying to you, Smoke. Now you talk to TT. Come in, Smoke.
Let's go.
At the end of the day, how can you still have feelings how could you not have some kind of emotion or connection with somebody that you're just having sex with on a constant basis? So TT, so you telling me that if you see this man that you screwing 2 or 3 times a week with his wife, you gonna have no kind of feelings or emotions or nothing?
Well, first let me back up a little bit and be clear about Smoke got a lot of noise going on.
Go ahead. I'm waiting. I'm listening.
Okay. All right. So it's levels to that. It's levels to being a side chick. And like I said, a lot of people ain't gonna understand this, ain't gonna get it, and ain't gonna agree. And some are, but it's levels to it. Who says that I sleep with this nigga 3 times a week? I mean, who says that? That usually you ain't hooking up like that. You know what I mean? It depends on the level of side chick that you are.
How many times do you sleep with him a week?
Not even a week. And I'm just using my own life.
Every 2 weeks, how often do you sleep with him?
I'm using my own life as a reference. So
okay.
So
you're telling me that? So you're telling the world it's okay to have a side woman on a man on the side? That's what you're saying. It's okay.
That is absolutely not what the question I came to answer. No, I cannot tell another grown individual what is okay for them. I'm telling you, it was okay for me.
So, are you? Would you currently be a side piece nowadays?
I mean, just being real, Smoke, and I can't be nothing but transparent. You know what I'm saying?
I want you to be real. I want you to be real.
And so let me let you see my face when I say this. I live in the real world, and where I consider myself to be, a very good woman, a prize to any nigga, a diamond in the rough. I don't know. The situation might, I could absolutely end up being a nigga side chick. It just depends. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. You say all of that. You're a diamond in the rough. You know your worth. So can you see yourself being with one man?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't I be able to see myself being with one man? Absolutely, yes.
So if you know your worth, you know you're a diamond in the rough, why would you accept some time for somebody that you hardly won't hardly see when there's somebody waiting to give you all of that to be treated like a queen? But he can never get it because you still focus on that other man that you've been a side piece to.
Well, see, that's if that's how your brain works. See, for
Why
me,
that? Why that how my
understanding.
brain works?
Wait, not your brain. I'm talking about the person brain, the female brain, the woman, the side piece brain. Okay, because understanding is everything. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, there's an understanding established right from the gate of what's what. Then there is no putting on hold. Like, don't have no expectations on me missing out on who I supposed to be with for the rest of my life, knowing that you've already got your shit together and your wife that you ain't leaving, that I don't want you to leave. You know what I mean? The girl that I don't want you to leave, because I ain't gonna tolerate the shit she tolerate from you. The fact that you able to whisk me off for a 2-week vacation, all expense paid without any concern from her. See, that dirt won't go in my household. It's not gonna fly. So it depends on how that person's mind works, like what you willing to go for and accept. And it just varies from person to person. So no, it ain't about me not being free to the next nigga. No, I'm free for the one that's for me. But until we get to that man, then I'm just free.
Hold tight. Let me let Monica and Mel. I see you, Mel. At the Monica, Mel, you slide in. Come on, Monica.
Well, for me, I'm in my 60s. And when I was a side piece, I was in my 30s, just off of my first divorce. And the benefits at the time for me was good. We seen each other maybe once or twice a month. We vacationed all over the world, stayed in 5-star hotels. I flew first class. I carried his American Express card with me all the time. So if anything I wanted, I just used it. That was good. I was just off my first divorce. I had 2 almost grown kids. It was good. I was living a life. I was free to see other people. But I will say this.
What made you stop being his side piece? What made you stop being his side piece?
Okay, wait, I'm gonna answer that question, but I want to put this in here right quick. But no doubt, me being a woman and coming off my first divorce, the wife had to know about me. Period. She had to. She didn't have blinders on. Believe this: any woman that's married to a man and he has a side piece, she has some type of inkling about it. Now, why did I stop? He moved to another side of the country and I wasn't willing to move. I had to stay here and keep raising my kids, and that's exactly what I did.
I understand.
Now
So
I'll answer.
would you be a side piece now to somebody else?
No, I'm in my 60s. And I'm a widow. No, I got time for it. It's a lot of games you have to play, and at the age I am now, I'm done playing those games. I'm cool.
So what would you do if you found out that your new man or your new husband was doing those things? What would you do?
What will I do?
Yeah,
Oh, I would call him on the carpet on.
you'll do what?
I would call him on the carpet.
Okay. So what
Smoke,
if you
smoke.
say,
Your audio smoke.
okay, what would you say if he say, I don't want to quit? I'm gonna keep having her.
Oh well, then you can keep having her, but I'm
So would
out.
already. That's all I want to know. Thank y'all so much. My battery's getting low. Salute to everybody that's on the panel. Salute to everybody on the chat. Salute to you, Shank Robinson, Miss Parker. Would like to thank everybody, okay? Y'all have a happy New Year.
Salute, Mo. And y'all, I'm not saying that being on the side of somebody else's relationship is any means is the right thing to do. But again, I'm a realist and I live in the real world and I've been through real world shit. And it's not always right to eat that extra piece of biscuit. You know, it's not always right, you know, to run through the yellow light when you know it's about to turn red. We make a lot of decisions that are not always right, you know, so we have to stop being so judgmental, you know, and let people simply find their own way through this world, living their one life. You know, they're the only ones who's gonna have to stand accounted for that. They the only one. I'm the only one that's gonna have to answer for all the bullshit I done. So it's not a matter of if it's right or wrong, because I can go through and point out right and wrong shit on everybody every day if I chose to be judgmental, which I'm not.
Amen. Let Mel slide in, TT and Monica. So slide in, Mel.
You know what, Shank? Because I'm a listener, and she actually, TT, she really answered the question that I had. Just out of what she just said, she answered the question. But if you want to know what question that I had, well, one of the questions I had was, were you knowingly a side piece? And number two, do you feel that what's good for the goose is good for the gander? But you just answered that question for me by telling me why you were in those positions. And I think that I can't say knowingly per se, but I think everybody is a side piece or at some point in time, but don't even know it. You feel me?
And
yeah,
that's where I was at with it, whereas though you got the square relationships, you got the regular relationships. Now on the outside looking in, we looking at them. He goes to work, she goes to work. They both go to church. They got a beautiful family of kids. I mean, they go out, they look good together. To us on the panel and everybody in the chat, oh, they got the greatest relationship, but we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. And we know the percentage rate of successful relationships in regular relationships, man and woman, is very low. Most of them end up in divorces. Most of them end up, look, I can't do you no more, whoopie woo woo woo, in those regular relationships. But you get the polygamy relationships, from the door. If it's the man and he got multiple women, the women already know what it is. They with it. Vice versa, if it's a female, because nowadays we seeing that it's females having multiple side dudes. Even a side chick, a side dude, like TT said. And like I said, to be a side chick and a side dude, it's easy. When I'm in a regular relationship, it's hard as hell. But when I'm a side dude, it's easy for me to be a side dude. I'm just being 100. I don't have to spend the quality time with her. I don't have to go through the problems, the headaches. She calling me for what? She's calling me to relieve the stress that he putting her through. She's calling me to fulfill the fantasies that he can't fulfill. It's just easier. In my opinion, and I'm going to let you come in, Tommy, in my opinion, side chicks and side dudes are winning. And they've been winning for a long time. Sure, they catch feelings. Sure, some of them turn out to not, end well.
yes.
But whoever that was, go ahead, TT. And then, Tommy, you come in at the TT. Go ahead, TT.
No, I just wanted to say, absolutely, you after spending some time with the person, I went into being unknowingly being a side chick for all the wrong reasons, which was financial. And after spending so much time throughout the years with the guy, of course you find things that you think are rare, things that you fall in love with about this individual who is not your person. So it's not to say you don't get feelings and stuff like that, but I compartmentalize. I'm really good at it. And for Smoke, he want to know, what ended it. For me, what ended it is you trying to leave your peoples. Like, no, stay with your people.
Right. Come on in, Tommy. I'm gonna let you come back in, Monica and Mel. Come on in, Tommy.
Salute Rock Squad, salute everybody, salute panel. Happy New Year to everybody, first of all. And
let me just start with the topic. The real reason my side chick and my side dude is winning in our relationship. I wanted to make it fair. I wanted to make it about both side dudes and side chicks. Why are they winning? Or do you feel like they're not winning? Go ahead, Tommy.
I gotta keep it extra light because my son's in the car with me, so I gotta make sure I watch everything I say. So first of all, I don't think it fits so neatly in the right and wrong. Okay, I think consenting adults is a point of reference, and sure, do I think you can have a successful relationship with a side chick or a side dude? Of course you can. I've done it. So I know it can work, because you may have a side piece for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? And it's not always fitting so neatly in the right and wrong. It just is what it is, and simply because I feel a certain way about it don't mean the next person feel that same way that I feel about it, because some people think it's completely wrong. Some people think, it can't work, it shouldn't work. And but like I said, that's everybody opinion. But can it work successfully? Yes, it can, and it can even work successfully long term, depending on the boundaries you set and the people willing to follow them, and I forgot who just came off. What was her name, Shank Rock? Who said she was a side piece before? And she, huh?
You talking about me?
Yeah, and you laid the groundwork to make it work. You data ground rules that'll make it work. See how she understood the position she was in, and she gonna keep her options open, because more than likely when it's gonna work, that's the focus of it. All right, it's not when everybody all in on it, because if you a side piece, at any time this bound to fall apart, or depending on what you're looking for out of it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you a side piece, just looking to be a side piece like she was, then yeah. But if you're looking for to be the number one, to bat her out of the number one slot, or to bat him out of the number one slot so you could become the number one, then those type of situations tend to not work out in your favor. But, if all you looking for is like what I would probably provide if I had a side monetary, tangibles, like, I might pay I pay your rent. You know what I'm saying? I do this, that, and this what I will agree to. All right. But listen, in no way, shape, or form will you ever ask, demand, or try to give me any ultimatums, because at that point this will be over. You know what I'm saying? Because Long as we all got that level of understanding, it can definitely work, you know, and it don't fit so neatly in the right and wrong, you know, and that's my position on it.
Can I ask a question?
Come on, Mel.
So my question would be like, and I'm asking this to the guys because she was, but do you guys let your women know that you have side pieces?
Not necessarily.
I'm
I know I did. I know I don't. I know I don't always let a. Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't.
okay. So the main chick doesn't really have a choice. Okay. So my question would be, if you don't let her know, and just hypothetically she finds out. So what happens then? If she says, you know what, you got side chick,
Well,
pack your little duffel bag and you get the stepping pimping, where would you go? It's just a question.
That's a good question, though. Come on, Tommy. That's a good question, Mel. Come on, Tommy.
well, you know, I've been caught several times. Okay, and let me tell you, no woman has ever left me because I had a side piece. Now, did I had to leave a side piece alone? Yeah. But have I ever been my woman ever left me because I had a side piece? That has never happened.
But just say hypothetically, where would you go?
I got put out one time, but go ahead, Tommy. And after Tommy, I'll come in. But I got put out. Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah, because I'm interested to know where you went.
You hear me? I'm not never going with my side piece. I'm going with my woman. Always.
If she puts you out, where would you go? Answer that question.
First of all, she can never put me out. That'll never happen because we always stand at my place. We never stand at her place.
Cap, I'm putting you I'm putting you out. Cap.
You gonna put us out our own crib? TT?
Your place, my place, your mama place. I'm putting you out.
Go
Come
ahead,
through,
Tommy.
TT.
I mean, she could leave, but she can never put me out. That would be her decision. You know what I'm saying? But that has never happened.
Okay, she leaves. Let's don't focus on what never happened. We know you, Tommy. My question is, okay, she leaves. Now what do you do?
I mean, what can I do? She left. When chances.
So what happens to the side chick?
It don't always work out. It don't always work out.
Okay.
Okay, Neil, can I step in for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was a side chick after my first divorce, but I divorced my husband because he had a side chick. Okay, that's how I know every woman. If you know your man, you know when he got a woman on the side. I can only say that for myself. I can say that for myself. So Mel's question was, where do the men go if they get put out? Well, in my case, I left him in the house. I packed my stuff up and I left. So I left him in the house. But what happened to the side chick that he was with? Oh, he still had her. Matter of fact, 30 years later, he still got her. But check this out. She's married, has always been married. So he's been her side dude for over 35 years. And he's never gotten remarried. That's just
He
one.
like it. He like it. He accepted the situation, and that's what he like. He trust me. He like it. Because I'm a man, and I'm sure like a lot of men can agree with me. You know, we run into these women who we know, you know, we like certain parts of them, but we wouldn't want to have to be the one to have to live with them.
Come on then, TT, and then after TT come in, I'm gonna come in. Come on, TT.
Well, unfortunately, for a lot of relationships, marriages, is it Monica? Monica is one of the few in that very low percentage that did this. But a lot of the times we accept it. So when you say they put out, yeah, they it's probably routine. They get put out, they leave, they go and have some, I guess, granted fun for a couple of days or a week or whatever. And then slowly but surely, we accept them back because we are still yearning for what we know we had, what it used to be, and the idea of what it still could be, and not actually what it was and what it is. So if for some reason your man or woman has another person outside of your relationship, something is going on somewhere, whether that's with him or you. Something's going on, therefore leaving a crack for somebody else to come in and fill it, like silly putty. So I just wanted to say that, like, we don't really hold them accountable like they should. We don't walk away free and clean when they violate us and betray us the first time, but I am a firm believer in believing them when they show me who they are the first time.
Come on, Mel, real quick, and then I'm gonna slide in. Come on, real quick, Mel.
No, everything is very honest, and I was just the reason why I proposed that question is that it's like, okay, this, and then, she says, well, get to stepping. Me asking a question, where would you go? I asked that question for a reason, but I just haven't, TT kind of broke it down, but especially from the men, or when we shake, you haven't answered yet. I say I haven't gotten the answer that I wanted because it seems like, Tommy was just always up on his game, but not everybody is up on the game. So my question will still remain. When she puts you out, the main chick, where do you go?
All right, now let me give y'all 3 phases that I went through. Now, the first phase, of course, when I was living with my girlfriend, I was living with the baby mother and stuff like that. When I got caught cheating and I got caught with the side chicks and all that, I got put out. I had to go back to my mother's house. Then when I later on in life got my ish together and, started having my own spots, one particular time I had both of my baby mothers living with me. I was only hitting one of them. Well, I was only smashing one of them. I was trying to smash the other one. This one found out. She bust my windows out. The police came. Now I'm thinking, okay, I ain't gonna get put out because this is my spot. Police put me out, my own spot. Police said, you don't think I'm gonna put her out and leave you with them kids? After that happened, I recognized where I went wrong at, because it's always have to be, when you moving like that, you got to take the accountability. And I took the accountability and said, that'll never happen again. I'll never put myself in that predicament again. Later on in life, I was, had a main woman, but my main woman wasn't living with me. And I had side chicks. Now, she was my main woman because I was invested most of my time into her. I was spending money on her. I was spending money on her. I was taking her out and stuff like that. Whereas though the side chicks, when I go see them at their crib, I would never let them come to my spot because of what I went through with my 2 baby mothers. But with the side chicks, I wasn't spending as much money on them as I was with my main chick. I stopped past the store, grab them some drinks or something like that, give them $20, $30 so they could get some smoke or whatever. So to answer your question, Mel, I had to go back to my mother's house. when I was in that situation. Now let me just go deeper into where I'm at. Most of us have been side chicks. Most of us have been side dudes. It's what Tommy and TT was saying. It all boils down to the individual. I ain't trying to convince nobody that they should be side chicks. All right, let's go deeper. Now, for us men and women, TT, you can come in as well. Because people ask me, well, Shane, what do you tell your kids? Now, unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. We don't. So I tell my daughters, look, it is what it is. I prefer you get in a relationship with one person. That's what I prefer. But at the end of the day, I know my daughters. My daughters going to do what they're going to do. So I have to prepare them for the other side of the track. Look, if you messing with my man over here, and if you messing with old boy down the street and dude over there, you got to move cautious. You can't be having 3, 4, 5 dudes in the same vicinity. You can't be on social media and you got 5 dudes. You can't be on social media posting a picture, not unless everybody that you're dealing with is on the same accord. So what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to me and my children, I have to give them both sides of the tracks, because I just don't want to give them this side of the track and make it seem like my daughters or my son ain't gonna never drift on that side of the track when I drift on that side of the track. So I gotta prepare them for both sides. And I'm gonna let y'all come back in. We're not in a perfect world. Come on, Mel.
I'm going to slide in. So I'm going to say this. I think that I can say that for most women that take the position as a side chick, it's because they need something. Usually they're single moms, they need financial help. It's just what it is. Now I want to address the men. For most men that have side chicks, it's because they don't know how to love. They haven't really fell in love yet. So they went through all these motions of, going from a boy to a man and all this, and then they just started experimenting. I got this girlfriend, I'm gonna move with this girl, but I don't really know her. I don't even know. It's just that, we hooked up and, and all that, and then you move in and all these different things that go on. I saw somebody in the chat that said something that they always got their own spot. But this is one thing that I can say. There's not a man that had a side chick that got kicked out the house and did not go to that side chick crib. I don't care what you say or how you try to smoke it. At one point, you went to that side chick house. Even if you didn't stay there long, you went there. You went there. You know why you went there? Because you already established some kind of emotional connection with them, even if they was just a side chick. You went to their house.
Well,
Now, I'm not saying you stayed there, but you went there.
Let me slide in.
Mm-hmm.
Her house was like in the hood. You know what I'm saying? And her house was really ran over. And I mean, I could smash, because of course when I come over, we go upstairs in our room and everything. But as far as me living there, as far as me even spending the night, but that is true, Mel, because I will say most dudes, they do go to their side piece house. So you are correct, Mel. Come on back, Mel.
Mm-hmm. And so when I talk about love and being in love, now, and I want to say this as respectful as I can, but I've gotten to know Tommy over the past year. And one thing that I know about him is that he was in love. He was in love. And I guarantee you, with his last love, he did not have a side chick. There's no way. Because he was in love. He found the love of his life. Somebody that vibed with him, somebody that believed in him, somebody believed in what he believed in as him taking the lead as a man and taking care of everything. I just need for you to do this and to be there for me when I get home. And he found somebody that did that for him. He was in love. I guarantee he didn't have a side chick. If I'm wrong, you can correct me, but I doubt it.
Go ahead and slide in, Tommy.
Yeah, Mel, you absolutely right. I did not.
See, sometimes boys, when they go into men, especially if they don't have the proper representation, they just start off young and they're just doing the most. And they get used to that. Especially if you're a person that's running in the streets, wherever you know, what the Temptations say, wherever he laid his hat was a home. And this my main chick, I'm kicking it with her. But then I got chocolate ice cream on the side, that's my little side piece. But emotions get tied up in both of those. And when blueberry ice cream tell you to get the step, and you at one point is going to chocolate ice cream house, I don't care. You might not stay there forever, but you're going there. And then you know what? Whether you admit it or not, chocolate ice cream kind of becomes that main chick while you side chicking again. Trying to get your bearings together. Because you've already established an emotional connection with that person. Whether you admit it or not, but you have. And because she the side chick, she'll tolerate your shit. Right? I'm just saying. That's just how it is. I digress.
TT, Monica, y'all want to slide in?
Yeah, Shank. My thing was like Smoke asked me, why did we break up? And like I started telling him he moved on the other side of the United States. But the other part of him moving on the other side of the states, when we first got involved with each other, he was going through a real messy divorce. So maybe a year or two after us dating, the divorce was finally over, and that's when he moved to the other side of the states, and I stayed where I was at because I had no emotional attachment to him. It was like Mel said, it was about having fun, flying trips, spending money, and I had 2 kids to raise, so he made sure my pockets and my bills was paid, and and that was the basis for it. So when he moved on after his divorce, I had no emotional connection to him because of my situation from before. When I first married my first husband, I was 19 years old. I went through a whole lot because I went from being a Pentecostal to Islam, not knowing a whole lot about Islam and not knowing that it's different sects of Islam, not knowing what they all believed in and stood for, which after years and years of being in that marriage, I found out that, oh, yeah, they believe in more than one wife. And when things started popping up, that's when I decided it was time for me to go. But then I kind of turned around and did the same thing that somebody else had kind of did to me, but it was kind of different because he was already in the middle of a divorce. He wasn't completely out of it, but that was my fault. But it was my happiness also because I was getting trips, flying here, flying there, at the age of 36, after being married for 17 years, I hadn't went nowhere. He was taking me to Italy, Rome, London, Hawaii. I was having the best time of my life. My bills was being paid. I was stacking money in my bank account. So those was the treats that I got from being the side chick. But I don't ever want to be in that place again.
And be honest with you, Monica, subconsciously, even though he got a divorce, you didn't want him.
Nope.
And the reason why you didn't want him, because you was his side chick, you didn't want him to do the same thing to you. You knew he was capable.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that, and not to cut you off, Monica, that goes to build off of what TT was saying, how a side dude of her, was trying to go for more, and she was like, no, because it was already established from the door. Like, look, this is what it is. And like Tommy was saying, you can have a successful side chick or side dude relationship for as long as you want. Same way you can have a successful regular relationship, a successful square relationship. But we got to look at the statistics. We have to look at, and we don't even got to look at the statistics. Let's just be honest. How many straight relationships are successful compared to the side chick relationship, the side dude relationship? The side dude is more happy. The side chick is more happy. When I was a side dude, I was more happy. I'm sure TT, when she was a side chick, she was more happy. Monica, when you was the side chick, I'm sure you was happy. Miss Parker said when she was the side chick, she was more happy. The side chick and the side dudes, they're just more happier because it's easier. It's just easier to be a side chick. It's easier to be a side dude, minus the feelings. If you could control them feelings as the side chick, if you could control, like Tommy said, now you can't be the side chick aiming for the number one spot. Long as you come in as the side chick, knowing your place, like TT wasn't aiming for the number one spot. Look, I know my position and I'm gonna play my position. So as long as that side dude and that side chick they didn't even catch feelings, but as long as they don't aim for that number one spot, because that's when the game gonna get messed up. Because that's when the side dude gonna start playing games, the side chick gonna start playing games. But as long as they keep it straight, you're going to have a successful relationship with your side dude. You're going to have a successful relationship with the side chick. That's why, in my opinion, side dudes and side chicks are winning. And they've been winning for a long time. Somebody can slide in.
And they will continue to win. Again, unfortunately for the people who are, yearning and searching and thinking that they have found these long-term substantial relationships. A lot of them don't realize that they have peace and tranquility and togetherness in their household due to some of these side chicks and side dudes. I mean, they can go and see a side chick for a 30-minute lunch break, and it totally turn around their whole afternoon, their whole, evening, which then brings them home in a whole different vibe and mood, a little pep in their step, as if they, you would think they've had sex. I mean, it's just the circle of life, and that's just being real. Like I say, people ain't gonna like it, but it's just the truth. It's some things that you as a 20-year plus wife, you just ain't into no more, and if women haven't learned this yet, like, men and women are just different. So just because our bodies begin to go through changes and forever changing, I mean, we go through the cycle of babies, we go through menstrual, we go through menopause, we go through health things. I mean, our bodies go through so much more, which is the excuse or the reason for why we do lose interest in a lot of things that we once were, jumping and revving to do. Well, just because our body has now slowed down and is now immune and tired of that, the men just don't operate the same. They don't think the same. We're more in depth and they're just right now. So while you as the wife, you may not see the importance of dressing up. You may not see the importance of a hair change. You may not see the importance of a soft, gentle touch. That's where, in my day, I come in. Because I'm going to come in just being me, but that's refreshing to him, to your man, to your husband. He likes the fact that I.
Hold tight,
He
TT.
likes
I'm gonna
it.
let you come in. Go ahead,
Oh,
TT.
my
Finish.
bad.
He loves the fact that I am the complete opposite. Look around. A lot of the times, these side pieces be complete opposites. When you see who your dude was cheating on you with, you be like, what? Yep. Complete opposite. Some of y'all will even consider them to be trash. Yep. But he likes the fact that you are complete opposite. And on top of that, you don't have any idea about all those other irritating or annoying things that this wife back home has gotten used to, has just dismissed. You know, the fact that you ball your socks up instead of shaking them out and putting them in a laundry basket type shit. Because, see, that's me. Don't ball your socks up.
Leave me alone. I do that, TT.
Jake, I'm stepping all on you today, ain't
it? Man, look, you got me with the farting in my sleep. You got me with the ball in my socks.
I'm just saying, you know, the wife has become accustomed to knowing she got to go through and unball 15, 20 pair of socks. Well, see, that's not my concern. It's not my bother because 9 times out of 10, when I see you, your socks are on. You know what I mean? It's so I'm going to let Pee Wee slide in.
It's true, though. Come on, Pee Wee.
Hold on. Salute, Shank. Can you hear me?
Salute. Yeah, we hear you. Salute.
My audio good?
You good?
Yeah, I can hear you, Pee Wee. Salute, partner.
Salute to everybody on the panel. Happy New Year's to everybody. Hope everybody take this year and make it the best year. Make it the best year. I was listening, right? Because I've been in the bushes for a minute because I'm finished my work now. And I had a couple things that I did agree with that Mel said. I had a thing that she said that I agree with that she did say. Now, being on both sides of the spectrum, having been a side dude before, right? And being the main dude and getting cheated on, right? And finding out. But this is the thing about it with me. This is my experience.
Come back up, Pee Wee. While we wait for Pee Wee to come back up. So, like I say, and like we all are saying, we just got to be honest. We got to be honest. Like, somebody asked me a question a few months ago. Would I be mad if my woman cheated on me? I said, no, I wouldn't be mad because, excuse me, y'all. Because as much as I think that I'm a good man, if my woman cheats on me, I still have to take the accountability. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because, in my opinion, there's always going to be something that a woman needs that you ain't doing. Vice versa. There's always going to be something that a woman ain't doing that her man needs. This when you got to take accountability. I know it's a lot of square people in the chat. I get all of that. But when you become seasoned, and I'm going to break something down to y'all, but when you become seasoned, you start to see, even if I don't cheat on her and she cheat on me, I might not be satisfying her in the bed. Hold on. Is that a reason for her to see another man? Don't get mad at me, y'all, and don't throw y'all shoes and stuff at me. Miss Parker, positive vibes, y'all leave me alone. But if I can't satisfy her in the bedroom, it's fair game. It is what it is. In my world. If she step out on me and she sleep with a dude because I wasn't satisfying her, I would accept it. I charge it to the game. I got to tighten up on my bedroom behavior. I know some of y'all's going to go over y'all head. I'm just speaking in my world because once upon a time, I didn't think that it was anything that I was doing wrong in a relationship. And a lot of us today feels as though we ain't doing nothing wrong in a relationship. But it's like what TT was saying. I use me for an example. I always use me for an example. I know y'all gonna roast me, but I fought in my sleep. Now, let me not use that. But y'all know what I'm saying. It could be something that pushes me or pushes my woman away from me to cheat. What I'm gonna do? Sit around and cry, mope and poke, and ask her, why you cheat on me? I gotta step my game up. Come on, Pee Wee.
So what? I cut out, yeah?
Yeah, you cut out.
All right. But I was just saying, but I'm able to emotionally not become attached because we're physically engaging. I don't know if everything because it's the difference between being intimate and just fucking. And because we ain't kissing, we ain't doing none of that. I can smash you and keep it moving. That with a lot of women. I know what I'm there. I've been used and was allowing myself to be used. You understand what I'm saying? So, and I understand where Mel's coming from. Like somebody got to get some. Like my woman I love now. I don't have no side relationships at this present time, right? I love the woman that I'm in a relationship with. We get along, like you said. We get along. We kick it. We hangs out. Everybody can see that. But if it was something on the side or I needed to creep off, I'm not going to allow myself to become emotionally attached to that. I'm just not. And I can do that because I can control my. That's what's wrong with a lot of people. A lot of people don't know how to stop their emotions from growing. Guess how I stop it? I don't engage in it. I stop engaging. When I see emotions starting to develop on my end, I stop the engagement. Listen, I can't handle it. I see my feelings starting to get involved. This is being grown. This is what being mature, emotionally mature. My feelings, I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want to hurt your feelings because that's what I'm going to tell her when you tell me when I'm starting to feel you because I had the situation where I'm already in a relationship. Female like, I'm really starting to feel you because of the way we physically engage, right? And I said, listen, I don't want to hurt nobody. I ain't here to hurt nobody. And if that's the case, you feel, I'm going to tell you the best thing for you to do is slide back. Because if you allow me to, I'm going to keep going. But you are responsible for your own feelings. You are responsible for your own feelings. Because listen, even when you break up with a person, you're not responsible for that person to fix that person. That person got to go and do their own healing. We can give them closure all we want, but we can't heal nobody but ourselves. So I got to deal with my trauma and my hurt, my pain, and so do you. That's just the way I feel about it. But on the side, the side dude or the side chick, in my opinion, will always win. Why? Because I ain't got to emotionally invest into or give more than what I want to in that situation. So that's why I'm always win. If I'm the side dude, I know you married, I know you in a relationship, and I'm the one playing the background. The reason why I'm gonna play the background, because I ain't gonna let my emotions go to that point. And if I feel them going, I'm gonna know how to step off. And secondly, because we already established that from the beginning. Once the rules lay down, that's why they laid down for us to stick to them. You know I'm a side dude, or you know you're the side chick, play the side dude, side chick position. That's just, I'm concrete with that. Whatever, and shaking. If we going on a cape and Tommy say, "Dude, this what you do," I'm gonna stick to what I do. I'm not stepping outside of what I'm doing, cause that's the rules that was laid. That's just who I am. I don't know about nobody else.
Exactly, Pee Wee.
If I'm a side dude, I know, and I might want to see you. I might be craving the booty or whatever the case may be. But guess what, Daryl? She ain't your girl. She ain't your girl, Pee Wee. She home with main man. And guess what? You gotta accept that. But when you get to it, when you can get to it. But I'm just stern on rules and following the rules. That's just where I'm just stern on that. So
But that's the only way it can work out.
yeah, yeah, that the stick to, you know what the plan was. If you ask if you got a girl, yeah, I got a girl. I just want to smash. I just want to have fun. I just want to hang out in the main time, in between time. That means whenever I'm available, because she might have my time when you want it. Whenever I'm available, I'll see you if I want to. That's the rules of the game. Same way with her. If I'm in there and I'm smashing, she got a man, she'll see me whenever she wants to. I'm on the back burner. And guess what? I'm all right with that. Because guess what? That's what I agreed to. So every physical engagement or every side chick or side dude relationship don't come with emotions. That's just for me. I just believe it don't come with emotions. I digress.
But Pee Wee, you believe that, but you don't know that. So when you think about the Bible and how, God didn't want you to have sex until you were married, the reason for that is because when you have intercourse with someone, you transfer those emotions through that sexual contact, right? Because whether you're a I'm going to just click on the side dude, because so if you're the side dude and it's like, okay, well, this is my side, okay, I'm going to do this my side check. So tonight we're going to be intimate. Once you make that connection there is some emotion there. No one does that emotionless. It's not like a baseball game where we're playing a position like a pitcher and a shortstop. There are some emotions that transfer through that sexual intercourse. Whether you want to believe that or not, it is. That's why I say just because a person know their position doesn't mean that they don't have emotions. So you can't tell a person, well, you know your position, so you shouldn't have emotion, because once you make sexual intercourse, emotions transfer through that act of sex.
Some people can, is what Tommy was saying. Some people can control it. Some people can tune it out.
Okay.
And
So
I'm
this,
gonna let you come in. Let me just say this, especially let's say for a female. Now, if a female is the side chick because my man is paying her bills and stuff, and she know that's the only way her bills is being paid, oh, she gonna make sure she check her feelings. Why? Because she's not going to want to mess up her arrangement with my man and have him stop paying her bills. So you can check your feelings. You can check your emotions. It just depends on what you are the side dude for, what you are the side chick for. Now, if you the side dude just for some kitty cat, it's going to probably be hard to control. Now, if you decide, and I'm going to let you come in, Mel and Pee Wee, if you decide, dude, because old girl, breaking you off some change, you ain't going to mess it up. A lot of dudes, our side dudes, they get money from the woman that got them as the side dude, vice versa. That side chick that's getting them bills paid by my man, she ain't going to mess that up. Come on, Mel, and then you, Pee Wee, or Tommy, whoever that was. Come on, Mel.
That was me.
okay, so it's not really nothing to mess up, and that wasn't the point I was making. The point that I was making is that whenever you have sexual intercourse with anyone, there are going to be a transfer of emotions
And that's
between two
true.
people.
That's true. That's true.
Now to say, okay, you got to check that though, because that's not what this is. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean, well, we're going to check that because that's what it is and get your emotions out of it, because that's not what it is. Because at the end of the day, those emotions are on both sides of the spectrum. It's just that one person may have a little bit more to lose than the other. This takes me back to what I was saying, the question I asked earlier. When your main chick find out about your side chick and she kicked you out of the house, where do you go? And no matter how, much of you guys are through the things that you've been through, 99.9% of men that kicked out of their house go to that side chick house. I'm not saying you're staying there, but you're gonna be there for a while until you ante up and do what you got to do. But you're going to that side chick house,
That's true.
period.
All right,
And
Mel,
that's
right there,
because,
right there,
wait,
Mel.
hold
Let me
on.
slide in right
And
there,
that's
Mel.
because there is
Mel, let me slide in right
Go
there.
ahead, Pee Wee.
Mel, let me slide in right there, Mel. Mel, let me tell you why I'm not gonna go to the side chick house. Cause I'm emotionally connected to my girl. We done beefing, I done got put out the house, and I don't want to deal with nobody else's feelings besides the ones that I'm in the feeling that I got feelings for. So I don't got time for my side chick feelings. So I'm not going to her house. I don't know, it don't have anything with me being macho. I'm talking about a person, me. A person that I have discovered my fuck ups, my goods, my bads, and my indifference. I am not going to my side chick house because I don't want to deal with her emotions and feelings neither. And I don't want to inflict my emotions and feelings on her for no reason because she has done nothing to me. That's me. I'm telling you who I am. I'm not going, and even if I'm not going to, I don't want to be around no other female at that time. Because guess what? The main one that my emotions, where my feelings lay at, I done fucked up there. And the side chick can call, I'm be like, listen, I don't feel like talking to you right now. I don't feel like talking about it. Just being the man that I know I can be, just telling you straight up, I'm not going. And far as, because we lay down with people, well, what about prostitutions and shit? Because I know people who've been prostituting with the same Johns for years. Ain't no emotional connection there.
Let me just slide
Oh,
in.
that's business. That's business.
Let me slide it. We got to watch the F bombs, y'all. We got to watch the F word.
Okay, I got you, Shane.
Come on back
So
to you.
That's just
with that be, I'm sorry, P. I know you were still on that. I'm sorry.
okay, but that's how I'm emotionally built. And a lot of times, that's why I said this in the other podcast. A lot of us is not emotionally mature to handle certain situations and certain things that they need to address. If you're not emotionally mature, your immaturity is going to get in your way of an agreement that you agreed to. Not to let your emotions get the best of you, or not. You aren't supposed to have no emotions in it. So, and like Tommy said, after a certain point of doing something for a while, you can control your emotions. Everybody got control of their emotions, but they don't know how, or they haven't grown mentally mature enough to handle grown people emotions. We're not children here. We're talking about grown people. When you start having sex and engaging and cheating and all that stuff, you got to be an adult about some stuff, especially when you know the situation. So that's the only thing I'm saying is that, like, if you're gonna be in that situation, know the outcomes, know the risks, know the rewards, and know your position. Because once we establish what it is, I ain't gonna allow myself to go any further than what we established of what it is. So just because we have sex or we have intercourse, or I can rest your breast a little bit better than dude did, or whatever the case may be, that don't mean to say that you in love with me or I'm in love with you. We just enjoying the moment. So I digress. Go ahead, Mel.
So Pee Wee, so this is one thing that you have to take into consideration. Emotions are from the heart and not the mind. And you can't tell your mind to control your heart, because your heart is an internal organ that was ordained by God at birth. That's why he says that abstain from sex until you're married, because he knows that the heart is is a organ that is controlled by spirits. So if you say, okay, well, you got to be grown and control your emotions, again, It's not a baseball game. So you can't tell someone to control their emotions because it all comes from the eternal. Well, even if I say intercourse, all of that is something internal. So you can't control that with your mind. You can tell your mind, well, you know what? I know he or she with somebody, so I ain't even finna get caught up. But at the end of the day, you're caught up. You may just be able to control it a little better. And that's why earlier when I addressed Tommy, he's like, you're absolutely right. Sometimes it take men, sometimes it take women a long time to find that one true love. And when you find that, all of that other stuff is obsolete. Even I think you're in that position as well. You found that one, so you have no need to do that. But we can't speak for the 1%. We got to speak for the other 99%. And I'm telling you, 99% of the men that get caught in the pickle goes to that side chick house because he's emotionally invested there. Rather he's helping her out with her rent, so she can take care of the kids or whatever. He's emotionally invested there because he's been emotionally involved with her through intercourse. Period. It just is. I know in your mind you're saying, well, you know what, I don't get caught up, I don't do that. I understand. But remember, emotions are not a part of the mind. They are a part of the heart. And the one thing I don't think about you is that you're heartless. And then to go back to answer your thing about, the ladies of the night and their people. Yes, they do get emotionally involved with them. It might be TV, but everything that's on TV is real. It's something that happens in life. Look at Hustle and Flow. He was her first John. He was her first intercourse, and then he was a John. But she was in love with that man. She was in love with him, regardless of all the women and the way he treated her. She was in love with him because she was emotionally connected to him
But
through
Mel,
intercourse.
can I slide? Let me slide it. Let me
Yeah, go
slide
ahead.
it real quick,
let me say
Mel.
something real quick, Pee Wee.
I, go ahead, do
Mel,
your thing, Pat.
Mel, I think, see, a lot of times we get it mixed up because men and women are different that way. All right. Listen, most men, and I'm telling you, most men, when we cheating, it's physical, purely physical. It's never that emotional for men. The way you talking, Mel, it's never that emotional for men. It might be that emotional for his woman, but he not emotionally invested in his side piece. He more physically invested in her. Okay, so let me explain this what I mean. When me and my woman going through something, it's nothing my side chick can do to fix it. I can't go to her and get the problem fixed that I'm going through with my woman because I'm not emotionally invested there at all. I'm just physically invested there. And when my emotions running high with my woman, my physical is not even on my mind. So my side chick can go to hell if I'm in turmoil with my woman. And that's most men. Okay? Men don't have this. Listen, get it out your head, ladies. Men don't have these Disney notions of love and all of that. We don't move that way. When Pee Wee saying he not he can control his emotions, it's because he mostly physically invested here, not emotionally. He emotionally invested with the where he sleep with his woman. So in the fact that, like, you say, okay, he might go to his side chick. I mean, if he go to his side chick because his woman put him out or whatever the case you say it may be, she can't fix that. His side chick
Right.
can't fix that.
Right.
She can't fix that at all. Okay, she can't do shit about that, Mo. Oh, excuse my language, Shankrop. She can't do nothing about that at all. He
Right.
just tolerating her because he don't have nowhere to stay. Because trust me, he would rather just be by himself.
I
He
rest
don't
my
want to deal
case.
with no woman if
You
his
just
woman ain't
admitted.
right.
I'm sorry, Tommy, but you just admitted the same thing. The question I was just asking. You just admitted it.
What?
I wasn't saying she was trying to fix it. I say if that woman put him out, he is going to that side piece house. And you
Yeah, but
just
he
admit
been going there anyway. He been going there anyway.
right, you're right.
Can I slide in?
Sure.
Mr. Tommy, I disagree with you on what you're saying. From personal experience, because I left my husband because he was cheating on me. And he stayed with that side piece. With that
It ain't a
side
one size fit
piece.
all. Notice I said most men. I didn't
Okay.
say all. I said most men.
Y'all be
Most
taking
men.
things literally a lot of times. When we not be talking literally, we just talking in generally. Like literally, like means saying that it fits it doesn't fit every situation. Excuse me, TT, for cutting you off. It doesn't fit every situation. So a lot of times it's to each their own. But you talking to a man with like we 50 and over, get ready to turn 50, so we've been here so we got some experience under our belt for a long time, from teenagers to being grown men to growing into mature emotionally and mental men. So at this point, like we already have them experiences. So what I'm saying is, and like once again, if you know how the psychological part work, Mel, is like, listen, a lot of the chemical feelings and stuff operates from my brain. Or endorphins, emotions. Emotions ain't nothing but energy and motion. Things of that sort. So all that stuff, all the emotions and stuff that I feel is the chemicals are released from my brain. That's why we say people have mental health issues, because they're chemically imbalanced in their brain. So if I'm chemically imbalanced in my brain, and I can dictate my mind on how I control my emotions, because my emotions start in my mind. My
Okay.
physical, my physical attractions start with my eyes. That's physical, right? But
Okay.
guess what? The chemical that's sent to my eyes, that's sent to my brain, like she's attractive, that starts with a chemical that's called endorphins, or what's the name, in my brain. See, now you're talking about psychological stuff, and that's what I'm talking about. A lot
No,
of
you're
people say
right.
So what I was
I can control my emotions. I can
okay.
stop my emotions if I challenge my emotions. And I mean challenge them, and then I'm gonna all that when we bust off, when we infatuated by somebody, all that emotions start in my brain, in my mental parts of my brain, that sends forth the feelings, that sensations into my body, that says, okay, this is good.
So Mr. Pee Wee, I was trying to come to the point that what Mel said, it was kind of correct, because in my situation, he did fall back and go with the side piece, is where I was trying to get to. He one of the few that did stay and go back to the side piece. So what Mel said was, to me, in my opinion, correct.
I'm not saying this. Nobody's incorrect. It depends on basically at the end of the day, it depends on the condition, the emotional condition and mind of the person that's being dealt, that we dealing with. You understand? I just don't think that, because I don't want a lot of people to think that because they're in a physical relationship with somebody, that they're the person is always going to be emotionally attached to them, because that's not going to be the problem, because you're going to run into the cats like me and Tommy, you know what I mean, that's going to hit you and split you and be out with you, and then and we'll do it for a long time. I'm talking about me, because I know I come to your house 2-3 times a week to smash just because I don't want to deal with what's at home, right? And have no emotional attachment to you. Only have you'll be a good conversation and something to do to occupy my time. and it have nothing to do with emotions. You a space filler. You something to do. You entertainment. That's why I had to stop doing it. Because a lot of females don't, a lot of side dudes or side females don't even understand that you're entertainment. You're something to do. You're a space filler. Or you're an object to keep me attracted from the stuff that's really going on with my real relationship. Harsh reality, but that's just what it is. Or I guess what? Sometimes I just want to see if I still got it. I might talk to you 2-3 times I might talk to you every day for 3 weeks straight, and then just don't call you no more. You find out your number blocked when you call me. No communication. That's just me being real, and y'all like, yeah. That's just the reality of it. So everything, I just want everybody to understand, like all that stuff is not always emotionally attached, always feeling felt, always romantically, or I'm flying you out. Because if you listen, I'm gonna treat you the way you treat you. If you out of my, if you want to go eat all the time and all, I'm not messing with you. I can't be caught in public. I got a relationship that I love the person I'm in a relationship with. We're not doing that. Okay, it was nice knowing you. Have a good day. Now, if you just want to go to your house, chill, I come past, get some curry out or whatever, chill. We secluded. Yeah, that's cool. And guess what? I can afford that on my budget. But all that me flying you here, doing that, no, we're not doing none of that. I ain't here for that. I'm not here for that. I'm here to hit and split. That's it. I mean, this is the reality of it, ladies. I'm just telling you, like it's still dudes out there that's like that. And I let it when I got at home. So I'm not stepping outside my relationship. Plus, I ain't trying to emotionally be invested in nothing else besides her. Because at this point, she can break my little heart. And that's what I know. So I protect that at all costs. And guess what? I just don't do it. Have I done it? Yeah. Have I been entertaining another woman? Yeah. And us living together and getting caught where just an entertaining thing, I ain't smashed, I ain't do nothing. I'm telling you, this experience I just had 4 months ago. I ain't do nothing. I was just on the phone talking to the girl. My girl picked up my phone one day and looked in it, which I thought she would never do, but she did, and I ain't stopped her. Well, who's this? And just the uncomfortability in my home because of that experience, it made me don't even want to do the shit no more. Can you imagine your best friend you can't talk to him? This now I'm telling you, man, why I'm emotionally involved, where my feelings at. Where I know my feelings at. Like we in our same house, she not talking to me, we sleeping in the same bed, I'm not talking to her, she cooking food, ain't cooking me none. I'm cooking food, still trying to be nice, cooking her some. She eating my food that I cooked and ain't saying nothing to me. We leaving to work, I'm telling you, this went on for 2 weeks. We leaving out to go to work and she ain't saying nothing. We just coexisting in the house together. And I want to talk to her. And I'm trying to talk to her and she ain't got nothing to say to me because she hurt. Because of something I did and I know I done it. No, I don't want to live like that. I want to be peaceful in my house, loving and caring when I go in there.
Yeah, straight up.
Right. We ain't there today, but it took some minutes to get past it. It took me her putting the air tag in my car and me finding it and all that. But me having to understand that I created this. I created the distrust. I'm the one who did this. So however long it takes for her to get over this, I am willing because I am emotionally in love with my woman to go through whatever it is that I got to go through that I've done for her to get back to being secure in our relationship.
And then you just reach that point with somebody, you understand, where you just don't want to do nothing to interrupt what y'all got going on.
Right.
All right. It's like because y'all already gonna have y'all just problems just without you bringing stuff from the street into your house. So you just like, look, there's no way I'm trying to put her in a situation where I gotta be hurting her, and it ain't even worth it for something I don't really care about, and I know I don't care about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no way I'm gonna put her feelings and her heart in jeopardy for something that I care nothing about, and I know I care nothing about, just to satisfy, you know what I'm saying? Something that I might be going through right now that my eyes this laid his eyes on. You know what I'm saying? Because once you go down that road, it's a rabbit hole. You never coming back. You gonna just keep doing it. So if the way I realize how to control that issue as a man is to not even get it started.
Yeah. Don't even do it. Listen, you know what we doing a lot of? I look at the menu, but I ain't ordering shit.
Right,
Man,
right.
I'm mad. We've been
And sometimes, yo, sometimes they make that menu real tempting. You
yeah,
know
they
what I'm
do.
saying?
Yeah, they
But
do.
but that's when you go into your logic and understand that it just ain't worth it.
Right.
Yeah, they do. They're advertising real nice for you.
Be nice to you.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, you know, and
Yo.
especially you already know the side chick demonstration. You know
Yeah.
how they gonna be, and it's very tempting. You like, should I cross over here? But like Tommy said, you pretty much know not to go down that rabbit hole. We too old. We got health issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Every
Yeah,
time I go see my doctor,
you
stress.
know?
That's all he
Yeah,
keeps telling me. Stress. So I
yeah,
can't entertain it.
Right.
yeah. Yeah, so at the end of the day, man, and at this point in your life, and when you reach that point in your life, all you want is peace. What you don't want is more turmoil, or you want peace. Peace is what you start to value the most, you know? And the last thing you want to do is be the cause of the reason for war. You know what I mean? So you want to keep the peace. So you going to make sure it ain't nothing that you going to do to create that chaos.
Especially if you got somebody good. Come on, TT. I seen you. Come on, TT.
I've learned that I've learned that for men, most of them don't necessarily want to see us hurt. You know, if they care about us and they really do see themselves with us. Unfortunately for them, men, in my experience, are more impulsive as when we talking about stepping outside the realm of your relationship in the guidelines in the safe zone. I don't think it's ever been I'm going out to cheat because I'm mad at this bitch. You know, that does play a part in some relationships, I'm sure, but that's really not going to be the big reason for how men end up, you know, in other relationships outside of their relationship. But I just think men simply don't think deep, you know, not about stuff like that. If we talking money and business plans and, you know, so on and so forth, yeah, men get real deep and technical. Even with sports, they make it deep. But it's just other areas that women brains venture off into, and we think and we plan and it's well thought out, where men never even scratch the surface of it. So I don't think a lot of men just intentionally try to hurt the woman that they with by being selfish, because that's really what it boils down to. I mean, you're in the moment, you're thinking about yourself, and right now you want, you know, what looks good to you. You know, it's just like getting something to eat. You look at the menu, you see something that looks really good, that's what you get. I'm ordering that. So I don't think that it's necessarily the intent to actually hurt, but what y'all miss and don't realize is that it does hurt. And it does destroy us in a way we can't even describe to y'all. We can't even describe it to y'all. It's like, and then once that happens, it's like trying to unbust a bubble. Like it's trying to put toothpaste back in the tube. It can be done, but it's a long, tedious process, you know? So
And you
I
know
don't
what?
think. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, TT. No, you go ahead.
No, I was just going to finish with saying that I know a lot of times women and people in general would like to think that your love and devotion and dedication and respect and the honor that you have for the person you're in a relationship with is enough to keep you from straying. But if we just got to be realistic, y'all, it's proven time and time and time again that that's not it. That's not all. So even in those moments where you just don't feel like it. You've been dealing with the kids earlier. You've had homework. You've cooked dinner. You've done laundry. And now you just want to rest. And that man comes in from work and y'all all ready for bed. And 45 minutes in, he give you that little nudge, that little tap. You know, sometimes you have to just push yourself because, you know, rightfully so, you're not supposed to deny your husband. So if he poke you at 6 and I mean him downstairs poked you, you know, at 6 minutes to 6 in the morning, sometimes, not, I ain't saying all the time, but sometimes you have to push yourself and be available to that man, because that old saying was just not put out there because somebody just thought it sound good. It is the truth. It's been proven. What one won't do, the other will.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Now that when you talking, and I realize, you know what, and what Mel was saying. Listen, with my wife never tell me no about nothing. She never literally. That's the only woman in my life that literally never told me no. And do you think think she always wanted to do everything I asked her? But yo, so and it dawned on me why I would never tell her no, because she would never tell me no about nothing. So naturally, when somebody go the extra mile for you, you gonna go the extra mile for them. Okay, that's just, I think, honestly, human relations and how we relate to one another in relationships. Okay, like I see that it is nothing she won't do for me. So naturally, I'm going to champion up. Okay, I'm not about to let her down. Okay, and that means if I gotta say no to Beyonce, then that's what it's gonna be. She gonna have to go with.
Say what?
If I gotta say no to Beyonce, she gonna have to go back with Jay-Z, because
I need to drop him off the panel, don't I, Pee Wee? You gonna say no to Beyonce?
Yeah, exactly. For my wife, of course, yo, simply because I know me and Beyonce can only be for this 15, 20 minutes I got for her. And if you think I'm gonna mess up my house for this 15, 20 minutes that I got for Beyonce, when I could just get this shit to my wife, no. I'm not about to mess up what I got for 15 or 20 minutes over here. See, with men, it's not all about love. You gotta understand, we don't have all of that emotional investment in sex. Okay, because women, it's more of an investment than it is for men. Let me break this down. For a woman, you gotta have certain things before you have sex with a man. You gotta like him. He gotta have some kind of swag that you like. He gotta be about something. You know, you gotta be reasonably attracted to him, and all of these different nuances. For a man, we don't need none of that. We don't have to like her. We don't have to be attracted to her. We don't have to be interested in her. She don't have to be interesting. She don't have to be extra hot. All we had to have is the opportunity a lot of times. You understand? So our investment in the sex, that's why, and I think women think that men look at sex the way women look at sex, and we just don't. We don't have that kind of emotional investment in the sex. Okay, that's why I tell a woman and I tell my daughter, look, you think you're going to keep a man by sex. Sex is not going to keep a man around. That is not going to do it. Okay, because his emotions is not connected to his penis.
Which further, in my opinion, you know, from my perspective, which further aids in my point that a man would absolutely risk 10 years for 10 minutes with a Beyonce because it's not about love.
See, the thing is, you gotta understand his investment in a woman is different than her investment in him. It's not saying that he don't have an investment. His investment is just different. It's not the same. All right. No, a man wouldn't mess up his 10 years for 10 minutes with Beyonce. Not all men. Some men would. But I'm telling you right now, Beyonce wasn't better than my wife. All right. I don't care what Beyonce got. Okay. I ain't going to never know. If my wife was still alive, it wouldn't be no way. I mean, you could think what you want, but I'm sitting here telling you as a man, 50 years old and don't have to lie about anything, I would not touch her. I'm going home to my wife, and you can bet the house on that.
Oh, I don't, I don't really know. I don't even really, just for the sake of conversation.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just addressing what you said. No, all men won't just jeopardize, because you understand my investment in my wife ain't all about all of these Disney notions of love and all of that. No, my wife is absolutely valuable to me.
And all I'm saying is that excluding you, men will absolutely jeopardize 10 years for 10 minutes with the Beyonce and then still go home to their wife.
I mean, some men would. I'm not saying that all men wouldn't. I know that there's men that would, but I know that there's men that wouldn't.
Yeah, let me slide in real quick right here. Tom, you said something that made a lot of goddamn sense. Because the thing about it, like, man, my lady, I know for a fact, I can't even count on one finger how many times she have told me no about something. Even if it's something I wanted to do, whatever. She'll give me another look, another option, like TT said earlier, because I get on to something, I'm all the way in. I'm full speed ahead. She look at it and say, well, babe, what about you? Have you considered this or consider that or consider that? Okay, yeah, all right. I'll take it. And she might change my frame of thinking. But she might also say, well, we can do it if you want to, but I just need you to know that these are all the hiccups or all the things that might not work. Not trying to discourage me, but she's looking at it, she give me another way to look at it. And I'm open-minded enough to look at the options that she giving me to look at it. Right? And at the same time, understanding what that been in this, I value this relationship more than any relationship I ever been in. It's like this one of my highest value relationships, even with me being married. Right? So at this point, PT, Beyonce couldn't do nothing for me. And the reason why, because listen, because you.
I'm messing with you and Tom. I'm messing with you and Tom.
Yeah. Well, listen, because at this point, like, we ain't even married, but this is the happiest in a relationship I've ever been. Like seriously, and I'm not saying, listen, I look at asses all day, every day. I'm a human being, and we both understand this. It's women that look better than my girl, and it's men that look better than me. Right? And it's all right to look. But I'm not hollering at, because once I say how you doing or what's up or any of that word, I'm getting ready to go. I'm ready to bust a move that might hurt me at home. And at this point, I don't want to fuck that up under no circumstances. Because my bad. Yo, I don't want to mess that up, because at this point, I'm so happy, and like Tommy said, I don't want to disrupt what I got at home. Like, listen, I don't leave work and go to the bar. I don't leave work and go to the basketball court. I don't leave work and go to my homeboy's house. I leave work and go home. Because guess what? That's where I want to be. It's comfortable there. I'm happy there with the person that I live with and with my house. So a female that's outside of that, I gotta think, well, this 5 minutes of pleasure gonna give me probably, if she stays, right? If she finds out, I got, like you said, I gotta weigh the consequences. Cause I'll probably give her a good 10 minutes strong, depending on how tracks is in, because I'm already on go. So I'm already at about to bust off because of the way she looked or how attractive she is. So I'm already 3 minutes in. So time I get there, I only gonna have 7 minutes left. Then I gotta worry about the 6 months or a year it's gonna take me to repair stuff at home, or the distrust, or the way you bend, or no, I don't want you to go. No, I don't want to do none of that. I don't want to do that. That is 100% miserable. I done lived in it, and I don't want to live in it anymore.
So if I can slide in on the topic, and for me, I'm going to close out with what I have to say. And listen to you three guys up here. Little do you guys know, but you've answered all of the questions of the side chick and the side dude winning. So we went from the side chick to 5 minutes of fame. And what I mean by 5 minutes of fame is that you're saying, okay, I see this. Oh, we'll just say, oh, Beyonce, I'm going to smash Beyonce for 5 to 10 minutes. And then you know that that's it. That's a wrap. We're talking about.
I ain't get my chance, but I'm going to let you finish. I ain't get my demonstration with Beyonce.
Okay.
I ain't going out like Tommy or Pee Wee. Please
Okay,
forgive me, Mr. Parker. But go ahead, Mel.
Okay, I'm going to let you get your Beyonce demonstration in. But when we're talking about being the side chick or person, we're talking about somebody that continually go back to the same person. That's when emotions are involved. I don't care how you slice it. We're not talking about your mind. We're talking about someplace in your heart that's emotionally involved. Now, it may be easy for you to say, you know what, this relationship is causing problems for me at home, and just cut it off. You can do that, but that person is still emotionally involved until they, come to that, right? But you all have answered one of the most important questions that I was going to ask of you. At the end of the day, as you all begin to age and everything slow down, I know I prescribe stuff for y'all every day. Trust me. When everything begins to slow down, you got health issues, stress, you just got health issues. Where do you slow down at? Because at the end of the day, I talk to old people every day. It's either the husband or the wife that's calling for prescriptions for one or the other because someone's aging. So who's going to take care of you? Is it going to be the side chick or is it going to be the main chick? That's the bottom line. Who's going to take care of you when, like TT said, everything begin to fall apart, your bodies begin to change, and those sexual tendencies begin to go away as you begin to age and you begin to take a lot of medication, and then it's all about the companionship of being able to go travel, sit on the deck of the ship, enjoy each other's company, play a little shuffleboard, little spades, whatever. Who is that going to be? Is it going to be the side chick? Or is it going to be your woman? So that's the most important thing, because we eat about side chicks, but so that's why you also have to consider that even if the side chick is Pee Wee playing shortstop or pitcher or outfielder or third base, at the end of the day, they got feelings. They're emotionally invested, regardless of what it is, because of the intercourse. The intercourse don't happen in the mind, it happens in the heart. And that's for both parties. Whether you accept it or not, it's for both parties. Now, it may be a little bit easier for you to cut it off because you know what? You got the main chick at the crib. So it might be a little easier for you to cut it off. But at the end of the day, there's an emotional connection between you and that side person, period. Now, that's the people that you keep going back to. Now, if you're just going, I'm going to smash this chick over here. Oh, Lord, I see this chick over here. Let me go smash that over there. That's different. I can see getting in and out of that without emotion. But when you are continually going to the same person, there's emotional connection there, period. And I digress on this conversation.
Okay, slide in for a few minutes, TT, and then I'm gonna come to everybody with their last words, but I'm gonna speak on the Beyonce demonstration. Come on, TT.
I was just gonna say, again, I believe all of this is going to be based on an individual basis, and this would kind of go back to answer Smoke's one of his questions, which was he was talking about, how frequent as a side chick are you sexually active, and so to merge that in with what she was just saying, that could be either or. I have been the one relaxing on the deck because there is impotence. And it was just about the companionship and having somebody, that didn't come with the baggage that goes along with a marriage.
Go ahead,
I was trying to wait until okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it wasn't necessarily about a sexual connection or a physical connection. Now, not to say that wasn't desired. Of course it was. That's human's nature. But if you can't do nothing, you just can't do nothing. If you're limited with what you can do, then you just limited. So again, it's going to be on an individual basis as to who that's going to be when you are aging and your body is settling in right along with life. You could do all of that with whomever. It's about your life choices and your decision to remain faithful and true through and through on an individual basis.
Okay, so I'm gonna build with Pee Wee and Tommy first as far as my relationship, like with Miss Parker. Miss Parker only tells me no. And every time I ask her, she only tells me no one time. Other than that, if Miss Parker could give me the world, Miss Parker would give me the world. She would. If I ask her for anything, here's Shank, here's Shank. I don't even got, it's like sometimes I don't even got to ask her for stuff. She just automatically knows. Here's Shank. The only thing that Miss Parker tells me no about is cleaning my fish tank. She will not clean my fish tank for me to save the world. So with me and Miss Parker relationship, me and Miss Parker situation, we got a good thing. And I really value Miss Parker, being in my life. That, and I don't want to, even though we have our moments, we have our days and everything, but I don't want to mess up what me and Miss Parker got going on. Now, what I'm about to say gonna probably mess up what me and Miss Parker got going on. And I don't know about Pee Wee and Tommy, but if I had an opportunity to get with Beyonce for 10 minutes, Miss Parker, I'm gonna probably have to go to the hospital because I ain't feeling too well. And I'm gonna probably dip off somewhere with Beyonce. No, I'm just playing, y'all. I'm playing. But when you got that type of woman, like Tommy and Pee Wee said, you for no woman, for no other woman, you really don't want to jeopardize that. You really don't. Any last words before we get out of here, Tommy?
I ain't really got no last words. I just want to say Happy New Year's to everybody. Salute to the Rock Squad, and let's make 2024 the bigger bang than 2023 was. Hope everybody get everything they looking for. Peace, y'all.
Peace, Tommy. Any last words?
Peace, homie.
Any last words, Mel?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I just want to say I enjoyed chopping it up with y'all. It was nice to meet you, TT. And Monica, it was my first time, I think, on panel with you, but it was awesome. And Pee Wee, of course, you know what it is. And Happy New Year.
Likewise.
Appreciate you, Mel. See you later on tonight. Any last words, Pee Wee?
I'll go since he's waiting.
Okay.
I'll just say, you know, to the women, because I'm a woman, you know, and I've been on both sides. I've had a man that had a side chick, and I've been a side chick. And what I heard during those days the most was how comfortable wives become in their tradition, in their routine. So if I could leave something with a woman, you know, to help her keep her relationship, her marriage strong and happy, is don't be complacent. Don't assume that everything is all good because it look all good. It could be all good because somebody else is helping make sure that it is. It's okay to explore with your husband. It's okay to step outside of your normal and be uncomfortable if that satisfies your husband. You know, y'all have to make joint decisions, you know, and like stop denying them. You know, you can't be tired, you know, you can't be too tired all the time. And men don't think about the fact that you've been wrestling with the kids all day. I mean, they think about it, but they don't think about it. So you're going to have to just push through like we do for so many other things in our lives to make sure that our relationship is happy and strong and not just a facade. Salute to everybody. Shane, thank you for having me. Sister, you know I love you. I'll see y'all around.
I appreciate you, TT. Any last words, Pee-wee?
Yeah, ladies, I want to look at it from what the opposite side of what TT was saying. Ladies, understand that like a lot of times when it comes to men having women on the side, it's something that you're not doing at home, or even you nagging or you bitching too. Excuse me, even you nagging or you arguing.
You went out, Pee-wee. You went out, Pee-wee. Can't hear you. Can't hear you, Pee-wee. I'll wait for Pee-wee to adjust his mic. I'll wait for him to adjust his audio. But one thing that I wanted to touch off on when TT was saying as far as like the feelings, like we don't know just how much we hurt women's feelings. And I'm going to just build off that. And I know for a fact, as men, I don't think we see it until a female does to us what we done to them. Like, so I can vouch with TT on that as far as us men. We really don't see the magnitude and the trauma, especially when it comes to cheating. When we cheating on a woman, and you know, it's all fair game. It's all smiles. You know, it's all, you know, smiling it. But let a woman cheat on me. Let a woman cheat on one of the fellas. You know what I mean? All hell gonna break loose. I appreciate everybody for pulling up to this demonstration. I want to thank Ms. Parker for allowing me to be a co-host over here on her channel. If you would like to support Ms. Parker's platform, you could purchase a membership, you could purchase a super sticker or a super chat, or you could send Ms. Parker a donation on her Cash App. Her Cash App is $Cancer Me Happy. If you would like to support me, send me a cash donation. My Cash App is $MCINT. I hope everyone has a wonderful 2024. Happy New Year's to everybody. Jen, I see y'all down there. Auntie, Lady Fresh, Chosen Vessel. I apologize for not saluting, but I see everybody down there. Salute to everyone and hope to see you all on the next demonstration. I will do a demonstration over here tomorrow. I'm not sure of the time. Just check my community wall as well as Miss Parker's channel. Also, if I'm 100 subscribers on my backup channel, I'm 100 subscribers away from being monetized. So if I could get, if you haven't already subscribed to my backup channel, Shank Rock Films, I really need you all to subscribe to my backup channel, Shank Rock Films, and help me get to 500 subscribers so that backup channel can get monetized. I'm only 100 subscribers away from being monetized on the backup channel, Shank Rock Films. Salute everyone, and I hope to see y'all on the next demonstration. Salute everybody.